Hello everyone and welcome to Corey Loses, where today we're just going to be quickly walking through the solution to a common Empire at War problem that's been coming up since the last patch. So if you have ever experienced an issue where you're trying to arrange a multiplayer game with someone, you get into the online lobby, they say they've hosted the game but you can't see it. A lot of people have been saying that online is just broken, but that is not necessarily the case. Basically what happened is that when multiplayer came back, there was no sort of version checking between people when they were trying to start games. So no matter which mod you had, whether you were playing Empire at War, Forces of Corruption, Thrawn's Revenge, Republic at War, whatever, you could join any lobby, and it was kind of a mess because then people would start the game, it would desync or just crash, and that was not a good thing. So the last patch, the second patch, what they did was they actually added in the version checking, but it's a bit more strict than it should be, and instead of just making it so you can't join the games, it makes it so you can't see any games. So the solution to this is actually fairly simple, but there can be a few factors that make it a bit different depending on what exactly caused the differences. So basically it's caused by any differences in files. So you may, whether you're running a mod or not running a mod, if you have different files in your data folder, it will not be able to see the other games. So I'm going to show you just what to do about that. So we're going to cancel out of here. We're going to go into my Forces of Corruption folder first. So the thing that really matters is the contents of this data folder here. So some people try to uninstall and reinstall the game to get around it, but the problem with that is that it won't do anything. That won't do anything to files that you've added yourself. So for example, if you have Awakening of the Rebellion or Republic at War and you have their AI folders in here, then it'll have the issue. So you'd have to get rid of those. You get rid of this is a file I just added to make sure it would break for me, the trade routes file here. And we're going to go back into data. And if you're ever not sure which files are exactly causing the issue, you can delete. Let's just say I decide to delete everything. I'm going to leave the config files because they're a bit bigger. I don't want to re-download them. But you can just clear out the entire data folder if you're not sure. And you can reacquire all your files by going into your Steam lobby here, or would it be a lobby? Yeah, let's just call it your Steam library page. And you're going to go to Properties. You're going to go to Local Files, and you're going to verify the integrity of your game cache, or game files. So this will validate all the Steam files. It'll download any files you're not missing, which is why you're pretty much safe deleting the entire folder if you're unsure of what's specifically causing it. And you're going to want to make sure, I'm not sure if this will impact it for Forces of Corruption games, but it's true for Empire at War as well. So we're in corruption/data right now. I'm just going to give you a second to look at the file path here. So we're in Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Star Wars Empire at War, Corruption, Data. So that's for Forces of Corruption. Then for base Empire at War, you'd go to just back to Empire at War here, Game Data, and you're going to do the essentially same thing in here, in data, and you're just going to get rid of any files that are not supposed to be there, or you're just going to delete the stuff and revalidate, and that'll get you a completely clean copy of the game. Much cleaner, again, than if you just delete the game and reinstall from Steam. Because again, the uninstallation only looks for files that it itself put there. If you have installed AI files, or if you have other art or something in there, it will not get rid of those. So let's just be as clear as possible there. So let's check how Steam is doing here. Get back into Corruption, Data. It is still downloading. Alright, so I'm going to cut the video here until it's done. Alright, so now you see the download is complete here. If we go back to Forces of Corruption, it's added in all the folders that it actually needs. So if we now, well, keep in mind for this, I'm recording this at 7:30 in the morning where I am. So it's always possible that there's just no games that'll be up to begin with. But that is how you fix it. So we could be just going back up to see an empty lobby. But the main thing here is that if you're ever unsure, test it when you're trying to organize a multiplayer match with someone else. And keep in mind it's true on both sides. So if their files are messed up and yours aren't, then you still won't be able to see their game, or vice versa. So both of you need to have a clean installation. I'm just launching the game up here. It's not recording the splash screen. So we'll go and see. We'll see if there's any any multiplayer games up right now, but that is essentially how you fix it. You just got to make sure... Oh, is it not going to record? There we go. You've just got to make sure that the files are clean like that, and that'll go for mods as well. So even if you are running a mod, your base data folder has to be kind of clean like that. There can't be any differences in the mod version, but if you're subscribed to a workshop mod, they should be the same regardless, so that shouldn't be an issue. Either way, hopefully that helps some of you guys. If you have any further problems, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will do my best to address that, but this does seem to be a reliable fix for everyone that I've tested it with, including myself. So yeah, we are going to be having a multiplayer match later today. We're going to be at twitch.tv/CoreyLoses, is where we're going to be running it off of. I'm going to have a notification up on the YouTube channel as well here, so if you're subscribed to either place, you should get the notification, but I do recommend getting the notifications on Twitch. So yeah, that's 4:30 p.m. EST. We're going to be playing some base Forces of Corruption and trying to get into some Thrawn's Revenge 2.15. So make sure you have a clean copy of Forces of Corruption, make sure you have a copy of Thrawn's Revenge installed, and we're going to get into it that way. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully this has helped. I will see you later.